Hello everyone, what is up and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Katie. I live in Orlando and I make all shopping and shop with me videos. I also make decorate with me videos and I love to give home decorating tips, all while I shop around my favorite stores like Target, TJ Maxx, Walmart, HomeGoods, Marshalls, and show you everything that is new, as well as any clearance deals or sales that you may be interested in knowing about. For today's video, I have the first part of my Christmas Decorate With Me series. I'm going to be using my Cricut to show you some awesome DIY projects that you can do if you get yourself a Cricut, and so many other fun projects to transform our apartment into a literal Christmas wonderland. Think Buddy the Elf decorating Gimbals in the Elf movie, and that was the level of extra I was going for our apartment. I don't want to blab on too much because I really want to go ahead and hop into the decorating, but I do want to say, if you haven't yet, please make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps out my channel and helps other people to find my videos. And make sure you hit the subscribe button right down below, the red subscribe button that matches my bright red sweater. Make sure you hit that button so that you don't miss out on my future Decorate With Me videos. I will be doing 2 more parts to my Christmas Decorate With Me series, and I have so many fun things planned, so make sure you hit the subscribe button. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the first part of my Christmas Decorate With Me series. We're gonna be doing the entryway, living room, kitchen, all of the main areas, and I really can't wait to see if you guys love it and what your favorite part is, so make sure you chat with me down below in the comments. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the first part of my Christmas Decorate With Me series for 2021. Let's go. To activate my Christmas spirit, I wanted to light this new holiday spruce candle from Opal House at Target. It smells absolutely amazing and it's only $10, so I highly recommend. Also wanted to start off by showing you kind of the starting point. I did go ahead and undecorate for fall before I started decorating for Christmas because I tend to get pretty stressed when decorating, so anything I can do to like reduce clutter and reduce my stress level is really, really helpful. But definitely let me know down below, do you prefer to undecorate while you redecorate, or do you like to start off with a clean slate? This year, I am extra excited to decorate my brand new main tree that was gifted to me by King of Christmas. We have really, really high ceilings in our new apartment, so I knew I wanted a really tall tree to match the vibe so that it didn't kind of shrink the space. So thank you so much to King of Christmas for gifting me a 9-foot slim, quick shape Douglas fir pre-lit tree. Definitely going to show you and talk to you a lot more about it and what comes with it when I start setting it up. But first, I need to prep the space. So the way our apartment is set up, there's not really any great place to put a tree. Luckily, our couch is made up of all different pieces that are not attached in any way, which I feel like can seem like a con, but in instances like this, it came in very handy because we were able to move this middle piece out and then kind of put it along the back wall to make that side of the couch bigger. Originally, we talked about putting that piece down in the garage, but one, I was nervous about putting it in the garage because if you follow me on Instagram, you will know we've had a couple instances with mice down in our garage, but also we host people a lot and we're having my mom for Christmas, so I didn't want to lose any square inch of our couch or any place for people to sit. And just like that, we officially have a place to put our tree. They always send tons of accessories with their trees, so you get, for instance, a bag that you can use to store your tree in when you're not using it. They also send a really nice remote with a lot of their trees that are pre-lit. That way you can like program it for different lights and turn it on and off, which is such a nice feature. I've never had a remote for one of my trees before, but I have been loving it. And then another thing they sent me, which I had never seen before, was this like fluffing glove that you wear while you kind of fluff the tree, which I really like because especially if you're using using a flocked tree, that stuff gets everywhere. So this is just a nice little glove that you can wear while you fluff up your tree. And I did actually decide to wear it on one hand. I cannot lie, I completely panicked when I plugged the tree in and it had colored lights. Took me a second, but I finally realized that it could do both colored and white lights, as well as a bunch of different like twinkling effects. There's literally like 20 different effects that this tree can do. But here you can see me just fluffing it. The tips of the tree looked so realistic. It's a very, very nice tree. Definitely the nicest artificial tree I have ever had. Growing up, we always had real trees, but if you didn't know, I actually grew up in Massachusetts. Right here, you're going to see one of my favorite features of this tree, and it is the power pole. So right when I plugged in the second part of the tree to the first part, the lights automatically popped on, which was amazing to me. I was not expecting that at all. So you don't have to go in and connect any of the wires, but you will notice that when I get to the top of the tree, there is not a way to connect a tree topper, like a star, to the top of the tree. So that is definitely the one thing I thought was really weird. It has so many other amazing features, but for the tree to not have a connector at the top for a lit tree topper was really, really bizarre to me. One of the saddest things to happen in this entire video happens right here when I realized that my brand new hammered gold tree collar from Target that I loved so much was not going to fit the base of this tree. It's my fault. I should have realized that such a big tree would have a big tree base to support it, but no worries. I did end up ordering one from Crate & Barrel that I know is going to fit. So after that little mishap, I decided to remove my attention from the tree and move on to another project. I've never worked with this fake snow stuff before. Growing up, my mom used to use it a lot, but I've never used it myself. So this year I decided to buy a couple bags and kind of test it out. I do want to say that there's a lot of trial and error in this video. I don't pre-plan my decor or what I'm going to do. I really just like to have it evolve naturally. So you will notice that I do end up going back to several different sections of my decor and changing things and making changes. And I did want to leave it in because I want to show you guys that I'm not an expert and I wanted it to be as realistic as possible. So you will see that things may start at one point but end at a completely different point. will definitely be circling back to my entertainment center, but I wanted to move on to things that didn't require as much brain power. I knew that I wanted to decorate some of my cabinets with wreaths, but I didn't want to do any cabinets that we open a lot, so I decided to put one big wreath on the 2 cabinets above our microwave. Also, I feel like it looks like our microwave's really dirty, but it's the reflection of the chandelier over our dining table, so ignore that. But I decided to just do one big wreath. This wreath is from Target. I just loved how plain it was, and I added some battery operated lights from Hobby Lobby, and I ended up absolutely loving the way that it looked. One of the areas I was most excited to transform was our entryway. If you watched my entryway transformation, you would know that I actually purchased these digital downloads off of Etsy and then had them printed at Walgreens. So I had an idea to kind of do the same thing but a Christmas version. So I did the same thing, went on Etsy and picked out 3 digital prints, and then I had them printed at Walgreens and decided to put them in the big frames. I just felt like it was such an easy and budget-friendly way to completely transform our entryway, and they are the first thing you see when you walk in. I'm really excited about the prints. I have kept them a complete secret from you, and I did not show them in my big Christmas decor haul, so I really hope that you love them as much as I do. I ended up going with, drumroll please, 2 big snowflakes that are kind of opposite colors on each side of the middle print, and then the middle print is actually a really dark green print that has Santa with his reindeer that just says Merry Christmas. I feel like they're simple, but I just love them so much, and I have already gotten so many compliments on them from people who have come into our apartment. It seems like such a bigger project than it is. It was so easy. It literally took me no more than 15 minutes to change out all the prints and completely transform our hallway. If you know me, then you know how much I love decorating with fake florals. My favorite stores to buy them at are the At Home store or Joanns fabrics, but I just love buying a bunch of different ones and kind of using this weird braiding or weaving technique that I feel like I've kind of coined down to a T, so you can combine a bunch of different types of stems to make it look like one cohesive arrangement. Here I did a mixture of flocked greens, glittered greens, as well as more of like metallic, more artificial looking stems, and these glittery red berries, which make my heart flutter. I absolutely love the pop that it gives to all these different arrangements because to me they are a little bit more muted. Even if they are glittery and flocked, I just thought they looked a little bit more muted, so the red berries were the perfect addition. I bought these glittery wreaths last year at Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance. They were like 90% off. So I can't even hardly describe the satisfaction I felt finally being able to see this project through. I always knew that this was how I wanted to use them. I will say they needed a little bit of love and fluffing because they had been kind of squished over the last year, but I love the way it turned out. I feel like my chair was like the perfect material to hold a wreath like this, and I think that it ended up coming out really, really good. You may notice that I only have 3 of them, which ended up working out great because that other 4th chair is pressed so hard up against the window that I wouldn't really have even been able to put a wreath on there anyway, so I feel like it worked out for the best. This last wreath definitely got the most squished out of all 3 of them, so it just needed a little bit of maneuvering. I did the same braiding technique to get all of the branches to stay together, but it ended up looking great. I am so happy with how this little project turned out. You'll have to let me know your thoughts down in the comments, but I just feel like these wreaths were made for these chairs. I feel like they're pretty understated, but still give the chairs a little festive pop that I think they really needed, and it helped tie the whole kitchen together. In my Christmas decor declutter, if you missed it, I will link it down below. I also did DIY projects in that video. I ended up finding a bunch of new Christmas lights that had never been used that I knew I wasn't going to be able to use anyways. So I decided to go ahead and put them on the tops of our cabinets. It looks so nice at night when the tree is lit up. It's just so cozy in here. It was so easy to do, and I feel like made such a big impact. So I highly recommend doing this if you have a lot of extra lights that you won't get to use. It is finally time to start decorating the tree, but before we can get into actually putting everything on the tree, I wanted to go ahead and prep everything. So when I say prep everything, I mean put an ornament hook on every single ornament. Take all of the ornaments out of their boxes, fluff every flower. That way, once I actually started decorating, I didn't have to keep stopping to put an ornament hook on any specific ornaments. I just wanted to have everything set out, prepped, and ready to go so that I could just get straight to decorating the tree. I absolutely hate things that are tedious, but I ended up being really glad that I did it this way, and I would recommend trying out this method if you haven't done it before, because it made decorating a lot more fun once all the prep work was out of the way. I did specifically wait until the nighttime to film the tree decorating portion because the way our apartment is set up, the tree would have been really, really washed out, and I wanted you to get a really good idea of the color of the tree because it's beautiful, as well as all of the ornaments. I wanted you to really be able to see all of the little details. I also wanted to let you all know a little secret. We will actually be moving this spring into a bigger place. We're going to be renting a house, so if you are excited to know more details about that and for all of the upcoming new house decorate with me videos, definitely be sure to leave a little home emoji in the comments below.
I'm running around, keeping people pleased, but this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new, 'cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close, forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la 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 la, oh, oh, la 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 la, oh, oh, la 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 la. Making our Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you.
Remember back in the beginning when I talked about how some areas ended up being changed several times? Well, this was one of them. I ended up not enjoying the way that the fake snow looked on any of the surfaces that were white. I did end up using it in a couple other places that you will see, but I didn't like it on here. So I gave it a couple days, really thought about it, and then decided to go ahead and change it to this really beautiful piece of garland that I got from HomeGoods. I absolutely love the way that it looks. It's just so much more simple. We will end up decorating it more in a little bit, but next I wanted to move on to my next project. This Gorilla Tape I was actually using to attach these beautiful bows to the back of my bar stools. Originally I was planning to put the bows on with safety pins, but the material of the bow ended up being a little bit too thick to get the safety pin through, so I purchased this Gorilla Tape that you just peel the backing off of, and it stuck so beautifully onto the backs of the bar stools. I'm so pleased. I feel like the colors go together so well, and it just adds a little bit of a festive touch onto the bar stools, and I absolutely love this and really hope that some of you get inspiration and decide to recreate this project in your own home, because I feel like you will all love it.
If I spend it with you, just you and nobody else. It's so good to see you again, to see you again. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me, hanging by the fire chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories.
The island was an area I struggled with a lot because I really wanted to get a table runner, but I was having a really hard time finding one. So then I was like, okay, I'll just get placemats. But as you can see, the shape of our island, it just does not work for placemats. So Brian came in and saved the day and had the idea to put two of them together. So originally he thought maybe doing it like this, and then we collaborated on the idea and decided to do it lengthways and literally made our own table runner, and it looks so good. It's exactly what I wanted the whole time. So I'm so happy that he had the idea to put them together. He's just the best. If you haven't yet, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up for Brian.
Waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light while we're dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing, just you and me. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, we're chasing snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town.
The finishing touch for this space is definitely adding this last candy dish. This tree-shaped dish is actually from the Target dollar spot a couple years ago. I think it came as a set, and I put in some of my favorite Hershey Kisses. I wait all year for these candy cane kisses, and I feel like it was just the perfect touch. I love having little candy dishes and candies everywhere, especially around Christmas time. It's just such a nice surprise for guests to open up little containers and find some candy. So this is how my kitchen island centerpiece turned out. I absolutely love it. I feel like it's so cozy, but still glam and has all the Christmas vibes you need.
Merry Christmas Day. Merry Christmas Day. A Merry Christmas Day. Oh.
using a couple of hook screws, I attached this garland around the mirror. I love the way it looked. I'm already sad about how plain my house is going to look when I have to go ahead and take all of the Christmas decorations down. The idea of moving into a fully new space is like the only thing getting me through how sad I'm going to be once I have to take down all of the Christmas decorations. But onto the entryway table. My entryway table, in case you were wondering, is actually from Kirklands. I was so surprised to find that they had a fully woven rattan entryway table. I loved it. The price was super reasonable. If you haven't checked out Kirklands lately, you definitely should. Their style has changed a lot. They've moved pretty far away from farmhouse and more towards like modern bohemian type styles. It's really interesting to like watch them evolve. You can definitely check out some of their videos. I've done a ton of seasonal decor videos at Kirklands if you are interested in seeing what they have now.
Wishing all a Merry Christmas Day.
Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart.
I am so sorry for repeating music that I'm sure you've already heard 500 times this Christmas season on YouTube. But I just want to be probably one of the only people who's going to tell you that we have about 15 songs to choose from. I think everyone works really hard to try to find different music, but there's only so much royalty-free music out there for us to use. So I do apologize if the songs get very repetitive. I did ask this in a different video if you guys sing along to these songs like we do, and everyone has said that all the royalty-free Christmas music has become some of their Christmas classics. So I'm so happy that you can all relate. But I do want to apologize for it being harder than I imagined to find some different, unique Christmas music, but thank you so much for staying and singing along with me. But anyways, here is a look at my finished entryway table. I love how I was able to utilize some of my favorite DIY projects as well as some great new items I picked up this year and Target dollar spot finds. I feel like it's such a good mix of budget friendly as well as new splurges, and I love the way it all came together. It feels so cozy and I was able to achieve the look I wanted.
Here we go. All right. Now this Christmas,
We're gonna dance.
we're gonna dance, 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 come on. Dance. We're gonna dance, dance, have a good time. Dance, dance, all night long. We're gonna dance, dance, and have a good time.
Those two pillows I just showed you, I did not buy those. I made those myself with my Cricut cutting machine. All of the images I used can be found in the Cricut Design Space, which is a free software program that comes with your Cricut when you purchase it. If you are interested in making the same designs as me, I knew that I wanted to have one pillow that had something to do with Merry or the words Merry Christmas, so I searched through the thousands of image options that come for free on the Design Space until I found a few that I was interested in kind of testing out and added them to my canvas. One thing I like to do is create a shape, like actually create exactly what it would look like in real life. So I go to the Shapes tab and I opened up a square, and then I was able to make the dimensions exactly the same size as the pillow I was going to be working with, and even change the color so I could see truly what it would look like if I was to cut out this design in real life. I liked this design, but it was a bit rustic and wintry, and I wanted to try out something a little bit more simple. So I also on my canvas had this design that says have yourself a merry little Christmas, and like I said, you can find all of these in the Cricut Design Space. I love how I can play with the colors because I knew that I would want the Merry to be in gold, so I just love how there's all the different colors you can work with to see what your design would actually look like. This is the design, so let's go ahead and cut it out.
For us.
For this project specifically, I'm using Cricut's Smart Iron-On Heat Transfer Vinyl. I have the Cricut Explore 3, and between my Cricut as well as the wide range of other Cricut cutting machines, it can cut dozens of different materials, all different cardstocks, cork, leather, several different types of vinyl like heat transfer vinyl, which is what I'm using today, removable vinyl, permanent vinyl, glitter vinyls. Your Cricut can cut it and create any project that you can imagine. This pillow is using two different colors of vinyl. So first I cut out the matte black. I just followed all of the prompts from my computer to my Cricut machine, and next I am cutting out the gold glitter Smart Iron-On Heat Transfer Vinyl. This vinyl is absolutely gorgeous. It's so pretty, so glittery, but with zero glitter mess. I cannot recommend it enough, and I'm so excited for you to see how the word Merry looks in this gold vinyl. Just as a bonus, I wanted to show you this snowflake pillow I designed as well. I went into the Cricut design space and picked out a bunch of different snowflake shapes to create a one-of-a-kind pillow for my couch. I love how with Cricut you can create things that nobody else will have, and I absolutely love how this came out. This one was a little bit more labor intensive just because of finding all the different snowflakes and wanting to arrange them. It was more me that made it a little bit more labor intensive on myself, but I'm so excited with how this one came out, and I think that you will love this.
No, it's the time of the year when something's in store for us. That's right.
So now that all of my designs are cut, the only other prep work I have left to do before the magic happens is weeding my design. Weeding is when you remove the excess vinyl that you don't want to transfer onto your final product. So I'm weeding out the word Merry right now before I am able to transfer it onto my linen pillowcase. I'm also using the Cricut Easy Press 2, which is a heat press. I love how on their website they have a really nifty tool where you are able to tell them which Cricut vinyl you are working with and then what material you are transferring the design onto, and they tell you how long you need to hold the press on as well as what temperature, and it was extremely helpful in achieving the final product that I ended up with, and I am so happy with it. I feel like it is so much nicer than anything I have found at the stores, and it is one of a kind. For the snowflake pillow, I followed all the exact same steps, except I did cut out each individual snowflake. That way I could arrange them on the pillow exactly how I wanted, but that's the only thing I did different. I arranged them on the pillow and pressed them on the exact same way to create the most beautiful and unique snowflake pillow I have ever seen. If you are interested in getting a Cricut cutting machine of your own, again, here I am using the Cricut Explore 3 and the Cricut Easy Press 2. You can click the link in my description that will take you to Cricut.com, where you can use the code KATIE10 to get 10% off and free shipping on all machines. And that code is good through January 31st. My two brand new amazing throw pillows done. I'm so excited to dress up my couch. It is very plain looking right now, and just in case anyone is wondering, we do have the Sevesto sectional from Ashley's Furniture. We love it. It comes in 5 separate pieces as I showcased before. I love how neutral the color is. It's not too cool toned, not too warm toned, and I love how it is filled with, I think, goose feathers that just re-fluff up so nicely and so easily. It also has all removable covers, so we take off the covers and wash them pretty often. With 3 dogs and they are allowed on our furniture, things get pretty messy around here pretty quickly, but this couch has held up so well. We've had it for almost a year now and we absolutely love it, and I would highly recommend.
The snow is falling down. I've been longing for this Christmas, when everyone's around to share this holiday. Yes, it's a time of happiness, a time of joy, but now this year is twice as special, 'cause I'm hoping for us to fall in love in this winter wonderland. Chilling by the fire as I'm trying to get your attention, giving you a smile. I can seem to look away. I might be crazy, but
I am so excited to hear your thoughts on these 2 pillows that I created. I absolutely love them. They're both so different. I feel like this one is a lot more simple, but the Mary gives it that nice, like, glittery classic Christmas accent. And the Snowflake Pillow is just so gorgeous with the 3 different colors of vinyl. It's just so crazy to me how easy it is to create these projects. Again, you can use the code KD10 if you click the link in my bio and get 10% off and free shipping on a Cricut cutting machine. These make incredible Christmas gifts if you have someone in your life who is interested in crafting or loves to craft. So definitely consider clicking the link in my bio and getting a Cricut for you or someone you love this holiday season. And lastly, thanks again to Cricut for sponsoring today's video.
across the room, my heart is pounding really fast. I don't know what to do. Could we fall in love in this winter wonderland?
Finally getting to decorating one of my favorite parts to decorate in our entire apartment, but I knew for this I wanted to set out every decor piece I had left so I could see it all in one place, and I didn't want to keep digging through these bins because with the shelves it's a ton of trial and error to balance the heights and the colors and get it really to a place where I like it. So I wanted to get it all laid out on the coffee table so I could see everything that I had and all my options for decorating.
When everyone's around to share this holiday. Yes, it's a time of happiness, a time of joy, but now this year is twice as special, 'cause I'm hoping for that we'll fall in love in this winterland. Could we fall in love in this winterland? Wanna fall in love in this winter wonderland.
In my Christmas decor haul, so many of you guessed that this is where I was putting this flocked Studio Mcgee tree, and I'm so happy to tell you that you were right. This is kind of like an awkward space, so I was so excited to find that this beautiful tree fit perfectly. I actually ended up ordering this online and picking it up at a store that was pretty far away, but I wanted it so bad and it was sold out online and not sold at any stores near me. So I basically looked at the dimensions on the Target app and then measured my space, and when I saw that it was the perfect match, I hopped in my car and drove out to get it, and it was so worth it.
All the angels are singing on this Christmas night. They are singing for you and me. On this Christmas night. They are singing 'cause love endures. This Christmas is mine and yours.
actually ended up dragging the coffee table over to where I was because at first I was going back and forth and that was kind of inconvenient, but once I dragged the coffee table over to where I was smooth sailing from there. I also was testing out the snow here, and then I decided to try taping the snow underneath each shelf, which gave it this really, really beautiful finish on the edge and almost made it look like the shelves were made of snow. It broke my heart a little bit to cover up these beautiful quartz shelves, but I did decide to cover it up with the glittery snow, and I feel like it looked really, really pretty once I got it all taped in place. Say it's such a weird experience watching myself decorating, like watching it back, because in my head I'm like, oh, that kind of looks pretty, and then I have to remember like what I actually ended up with and how much more I like it. But it's very interesting watching it back because in the moment when I'm doing it, I'll put something down and be like, ooh, that looks awful, but then once I see it from a little bit further away, like on camera or on screen, some things actually look better than I initially thought. These shelves I'm always extra particular about because they are one of the first things that you see when you come into the apartment. You would see those 3 beautiful prints, and then this is the one major focal point right after those. And I just put a lot of pressure on myself to make everything perfect when perfection truly does not exist, so don't be like me. But I absolutely love the way that the shelves are coming out. You're about to see my favorite finds of the entire Christmas season, Mr. Nutcracker and his son. I absolutely love these. If you haven't seen any of my other Christmas videos, those nutcrackers are a dupe for the Studio Mcgee nutcrackers, and they are at Hobby Lobby for I think $8 for the big one and $4 for the small one because of the sales at Hobby Lobby, and the Studio Mcgee ones are $50 and $30, so go get yourself this dupe.
If everyone is here to celebrate one day, we have our ups and downs, but when there's love, there's always a way, and oh, this time of year, we come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down.
I absolutely love how these shelves came out. I feel like there's such a good mix of the glam Christmas and neutral that I was going for, but also classic Christmas accents. The more I started decorating, the more I realized I kind of was missing those accents, so I'm glad that I still had items that I was able to incorporate in. I'm also really happy I was able to incorporate thrifted items and also reuse items from my other seasons of decor to save money while decorating for Christmas this year.
But it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day. This year I'll think about how I'm so lucky to have a place that I can come home to. Yes, I am on my
We are almost at the end. I am basically going around now and doing all of my final touches. Clearly the most difficult place for me was this entertainment center. I feel like the real issue was in the beginning. I just had way too many options of things I could put on there, so I really needed to decorate the other spaces and then kind of see what I had left to decorate this space with. I really just think I had too many options, which seems like a good thing, but I guess in my case it was just very stressful. So this is what I finally landed on with my entertainment center. I'm really glad I decided to take the fake snow off. I really like the look of it without. I just didn't like the way the snow looked on white surfaces, like on my dining table as well as here on my entertainment center, but I ended up loving it on all the other surfaces, so I'm glad I was still able to get use out of it.
Yes, every time the snow.
My coffee table was one of the last areas I was able to decorate because, as you saw, it has been a catch-all for the last several days. This green placemat actually came in the same set that we used as the fake table runner on the island. It came in a 4-pack, so this is the third one, and the fourth one I actually used on our dining table. I took off the snow and replaced it with this green placemat, and it looks so nice. It really pops on all of the different surfaces. If you have seen any of my other Decorate With Me videos, you know what this is, but if you haven't, I need my decor to be stylish but functional, and I cannot recommend more that everyone has a coffee table basket. It's a great place to keep coasters like these green felt ones I found at HomeGoods. I absolutely love these, so I replaced my woven coasters with these for the Christmas time. I also like to have a candle, any remotes that we need, like my Christmas tree remote, scent sprays, and if there's any room left after all that, I love to add a little piece of decor like this white tree. I was so excited to find this wreath in the Target dollar spot. This was kind of a last minute purchase. I actually filmed this video over several days. I'm sure you have all noticed the array of different outfits I wore while decorating in this video. And I had a few last minute purchases where once I started decorating, I knew a few more things I wanted to look for. Right behind our tree, there is this beautiful tapestry, and I really wanted to find something to add to it. And when I saw this, it had the curved greenery, and I just knew I wanted to hide half of it behind and then hang it right over the nail that is already on the wall for this tapestry, and it worked out so perfectly. I feel like this is one of the things I'm most proud of. Like, I found this and I was like, oh my gosh, that's it. It's going to work. And I'm so glad that I purchased this. My motto is always buy now, decide later. So if you don't know if something's going to work, or if you aren't sure if you really truly want it, buy it and then decide if you want to keep it. And if not, return it, because if you don't buy it, you'll never see it again. And the true final touches, I found these ornaments actually at Target in the WonderShop, and I knew that they would be perfect for our stockings. I really like doing either like a nameplate or adding something like this. So like, that is Brian's stocking, this is my stocking. And Mom, if you're listening, you didn't hear this, but I'm also ordering a V1 for your stocking. I have these letter ledges that are from the Target dollar spot from this past spring. I put them up when we first moved in, hence why they said our first place established 2021, but I hadn't ever done anything with them since, so I wanted to finally make it more festive for Christmas. Wish I would have done it for the fall, but maybe next year. So I just wrote out, "We wish you a Merry Christmas," very classic, and then just to add a little bit of an extra touch, I decided to add on these little gift bows. finally made it to the end of the video. We traveled through a sea of twirly, swirly gumdrops and through the 7 layers of the candy cane forest. If you get my reference, then you are my people, and make sure you leave it down below in the comments for anyone who didn't get it. But here are a bunch of before and afters of our apartment for Christmas. The next part will be the master bedroom and the guest bedroom, as well as bathrooms. I cannot wait for you to see the master bedroom. It is absolutely my favorite space I've decorated so far, so make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss that video. Please let me know down below in the comments what was your favorite area in this video that I decorated. I really love the island right here. I love the balance of colors with the golds. I think it came out so nice. I also love the tree, but I'm really interested to hear what were your favorite parts and what were standouts to you. So please let me know down in the comments below. Alrighty everyone, that is going to be it for me today. I really hope that you enjoyed the first part of my Christmas Decorate With Me series. I'm so excited to hear down below what was your favorite part of the video, what was your favorite area that I decorated. I absolutely love my tree. I can't wait to get my new big tree collar in. I think it's really going to finish the entire look. I wish I could have got here for the video, but this is a realistic Decorate With Me, and that is just real life. Sometimes I do things and they don't go the way that I planned and we have to improvise, but it is going to be okay. Make sure you gave this video a big thumbs up and make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. It's the big red button just like my sweater so that you don't miss my upcoming Christmas Decorate With Me videos. I also have a lot of really fun things planned for the month of December, so please make sure you hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss it and so that I can hit 50,000 subscribers by Christmas. But that is going to be it for me. I love you all so much, and I will see you really soon with another Decorate With Me video and so many shopping videos to come. Let's get ready for Christmas together. I'll see you next time. Bye guys!